This is not a joke. A German national convicted of being a drug dealer has avoided deportation back to his home in Germany because he doesn't speak German well enough. Let me put it to you this way. Have you had enough of the immigration system acting against us British natives yet? Hey up everyone and welcome to Political Nerds. I'm Steph the Alter Nerd, your nerdy political guide from Washington DC to Westminster and beyond. Now of course, before I jump into this, the usual disclaimer. Do your own research, come to your own conclusions, and I'm not inciting hatred to anyone or particular group, religion, etc. So let's jump into it with this. Yeah, this is not a joke. A German national convicted of being a drug dealer has avoided deportation back to his home in Germany because he doesn't speak German well enough. Yeah, this is up there with the judge turning round and saying that a dangerous criminal, a legal immigrant, can stay in this country because his children prefer the chicken nuggets here in the UK rather than abroad. And if you think I'm joking on that one, oh no! No. Google it. It's freaking true. Just like this right here. This is absolutely insane. So a 25-year-old German national has successfully challenged a Home Office deportation order following his conviction for drug offences in West Yorkshire. Now, his name is Salih Hossein Hamid, and he persuaded authorities that it would be difficult integrating back into German society because even though he's a German national and he's from Germany, he doesn't speak German well enough. Tough. You broke the law here. You got convicted. Back home you go. Back home you go. You don't speak German well enough? Well, learn quickly. Because no one wants you here in the UK anymore. This is freaking insane. And so his lawyers cited that he didn't know the German language well enough, despite this absolute convicted drug dealer criminal holding German citizenship. And this is the thing. He was supplying, very, very hard drugs here. I mean, I'm not going to say them out loud because of YouTube Human Reviewer, but yeah, we'll call this Hero In. We'll call this crack cocaine, right? And we'll call this the green stuff, all right? Again, YouTube Human Reviewer, it's a thing, guys. And guess what? He mounted his appeal on human rights grounds. This is just another clear example as to why the UK needs to leave the European Court of Human Rights at this point. Because when it was initially set up, fair enough, it worked. But the world has changed since then. And we've got drug dealer, hardened criminals, like this German national, gaming the system to be able to stay in this country when he shouldn't be here now. He shouldn't be here now. He revoked his right to stay in this country when he broke our laws. It's as simple as that. And so his legal team emphasised that, poor Hamid, guys, poor Hamid. He relocated to Britain during childhood and lacked the skills necessary to be able to speak German and integrate into Germany. Don't care. Get rid. Get rid. And so now a new decision regarding his case as to whether he can actually remain in the UK or not is expected to be decided next year. Now, this criminal, poor Hamid, who can't speak German well enough, right? He operated as what's known as a ring and bring dealer. So people would call him, order his products, let's say, and then he'd deliver them. Now, during an undercover operation, this is how he got caught out. There was a police officer that was posing as a buyer, and he got caught out during that undercover sting operation. Now, when the police tried to arrest him, they had to chase him in his car, in his Mercedes, in Leeds. He jumped through 3 red traffic lights before colliding with a metal pole. So as he was driving, trying to evade the police, he had no regard whatsoever to other motorists on the road and pedestrians because he went through 3 red lights. Yet the judicial system thinks it's the best idea in the whole wide world to look at actually keeping him here because he can't speak German enough, even though he's a German national and he's from Germany. Like, the logic is astounding to me. I don't get it. I don't get it. In September 2022, he received a 33-month prison term after being found guilty on 8 charges of distributing Class A and B illicit substances throughout West Yorkshire. He also pleaded guilty to dangerous driving and operating a vehicle without insurance. So not only was he driving like a freaking crazy madman, he had no insurance either. His legal representatives, his lawyers, constructed their appeal around several key arguments under human rights legislation, highlighting that when he came to the UK as a child, it meant that he couldn't communicate efficiently in German anymore. They also additionally raised concerns about potential persecution, suggesting Hamid could become a target for extremist right-wing elements in Germany. Do you know what? I still don't care. Send him back. He broke the law. He got convicted. We don't want him here anymore. Goodbye. That is it. Done and dusted. They say these factors would create insurmountable barriers to his reintegration into German society. How about how he failed to integrate into British society? By becoming a hardened criminal, distributing Class A and Class B illicit substances, driving like a freaking maniac on the road without insurance, mind you. Yeah, okay. So he can't integrate in Germany. Well, guess what? He hasn't integrated here either. Yeah, we're potentially going to be stuck with him. I don't think so. I don't think so. No. And so, quite rightly, thank goodness, the Home Office, as soon as Hamid was released from prison, started their steps to completely deport him back to Germany. But then somehow Hamid got these lawyers and they've appealed and they've challenged it. And his deportation has been overturned, leaving his immigration status unsolved until next year once an absolute decision then is made by the judges. Hopefully they make the right one. Hopefully they deport his backside, his German backside, back to Germany. So we've got Reform UK's crime czar, Colin Sutton, and he's a former Scotland Yard detective, turning round and saying, I think most people would say, just get them out, deport them as soon as they're convicted. As long as they're away from us, then they become the problem of their home country, which is probably how it should be. Yeah, damn right it should. But this isn't the only immigrant, right, that's been in our prison system, that's failed to integrate into our society and broken our laws. Because across England and Wales, there's approximately 11,000 foreign nationals in our prisons, representing about 12% of the prison population. Okay, they break our laws, we send them to prison. As soon as they're released, deport. I mean, this should be a freaking slam dunk of a case, right? He's a German national. He's broken our laws, distributing Class A and Class B illicit substances. He's gone to prison for it. And now he's been released. Damn right he should be deported back to his home country in Germany, seeing as he's a German national. And somehow, even though he's a German national and by right should be deported back to his home country, he's still able to somehow, through his lawyers, argue that his human rights are going to be infringed on if we send him back to the country that he came from, with him actually being a German national in the first place. I've had enough. The immigration system acting against us British natives. I've had enough of this. Have you? With that being said, if you appreciated this video and you want more, and unfortunately with the state of the UK at the moment, there's going to be more, then make sure you subscribe to join us here on Political Nerds. If you're watching on X, make sure you're following me at Steph Alternerd. Thank you so much for tuning in to this video. I appreciate all your faces. And until the next time, you guys, laters.